Welcome, folks. This is Ronan McGovern here, and I'm going to be talking about COVID antigen tests today, rapid tests. So it's January 8th, and COVID cases are very high in Ireland to the extent that if you're a close contact, meaning if you come into contact with someone who tests positive, there's not enough capacity in the system to get a test, as I understand. Now, one thing that I think would help a lot following on from the work of Michael Mina at Harvard is to have quick and cheap tests at home, antigen tests, which are almost as sensitive as the PCR tests that are done in labs, but can be done a lot more quickly and cheaply, giving people information faster. Now, these are not legal for people to buy them for home use at the moment, so I couldn't sell these tests to people for home use, only for clinical use. But I think given it's an emergency, it's very worthwhile considering allowing people to test them at home. So working with one of the suppliers, I wanted to see for myself how difficult it is to do a test myself here. And I've just gotten this, so I haven't opened it up yet. So this is my first time, so I want to see how complicated it is. So I'm just opening up the box here, which has 25 tests, a certificate of conformity, and some instructions. All right. So it looks like about a page. There's some disposable swabs, a negative control, a positive control, just one of each of those. Don't know what these are, but look like these must be 25 of these little tests here, and then some containers, and looks like I can test multiple and kind of stack them up here somehow. So little unit for doing a few tests at once. All right, well, I'm only going to do one test today, but just roll with that. So, FlowFX. Testing should be performed immediately after test collection, at most 1 hour after specimen collection. Okay. So put a swab into the nose, gentle rotation, 5 times in each nostril. So now I need to leave the test in the extraction buffer at room temperature. So I need an extraction buffer tube for each test specimen. So one of these. Extraction buffer tubes. Alright, that's good. Got a label. Unscrew it without squeezing. So there's a little dropper cap. Okay, I see. So it looks like I can put some drops of this somehow onto something. Insert the swab into the tube and swirl it for 30 seconds. Rotate the swab at least 5 times while squeezing the sides of the tube. Okay, so this is a test cassette, I think. So 25 of these. Place the test cassette on a flat, clean surface. Add the process specimen to the sample well of the test cassette. Unscrew the small cap. Invert the extraction. All right, so actually this doesn't look too complicated. I'm basically going to have to swab myself using this swab here. Then I'm going to put it inside this little thing, which I'll unscrew the blue. So put it in there. Then I will swirl it for 30 seconds while squeezing. Actually, no, swirl it 30 seconds and then rotate it 5 times while squeezing this tube, the swab. And then I'm going to put 4 droplets of this onto my test specimen. Sorry, I don't know if that's the right word. I'm going to put it onto my test cassette. And then I'm going to put 4 drops and I'm going to wait. And then when I wait, I'm going to see if there's negative, positive, or invalid. All right. So I'm going to start off and open up this little test cassette. All right, pretty easy. Looks like I drop it here and then the result comes here. A little silica gel pouch to keep it dry. Now I'm going to take my swab. All right, that's my swab. And I'm going to do So I'm going to put it in and turn it 5 times. It tickles. And then 5 more times. Excuse me, wow, that's tickly. Okay, so that's 5. Oh, I didn't like that. Okay, now I'm going to put it into this test. So you can see there's 2 layers. One allows you to unscrew and do droplets. The other one allows you to unscrew fully. So I'm going to do the unscrew fully one. I'm going to put it in and swirl for 30 seconds. Bit of clockwise, bit of anti-clockwise. I don't know if that matters, but all right. That's 30 seconds. Now, squeeze and rotate 5 times. So I'm squeezing my tube and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now, remove the swab while, so I'm squeezing the tube and removing the swab, apparently to get any liquid to stay within that capsule. And now I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to unscrew the lid and I'm going to do 4 drops onto this thing. All right, let's see how this works. So you can see here. One, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now I'm going to wait for 15 to 30 minutes. So I should wait until 15 minutes to take the official reading. And it says after 30 minutes, I should throw it out. Don't read it after 30 minutes. And then I'm going to look and see. So if I'm negative, then I should be seeing one line for the control, but none for the test. If I'm positive, I'd see a line for the test, for the control and the test. And then if it's invalid, I would just see the test read. So I should just see a line appear for the control. Now, I have seen one of these being done before online, so I expect the result to come actually a bit quicker than 15 minutes. You can see the control is already showing up. All right. So just me today, so I won't need this. While we're reading here, let me just give out some of this stats. Specificity, sensitivity. So sensitivity here, 97.1%. Relative specificity, 99.5%. This is approved in the EU, by the way, for clinical use. Pretty simple test, though. Look at that, just a little capsule, and very, very quick, very quick. All right, I don't think I need to wait the full 15 minutes. Well, I will wait, but I don't think I need to record and put you through it. So I guess I'll just comment on the video whether this turns out to be positive. Hey Siri, start a timer for 10 minutes.
For how long?
10 minutes. All right, folks, thanks for joining. This was a quick demo of an antigen test, not currently allowed for home use in Ireland or the EU, but approved for clinical use. I think very worthwhile government doing some emergency allowance so people can just buy these cheaply and test themselves, would, let people know they have something and don't get out and spread the virus. Cheers, folks.